Hey guys, what's up? It's RDick here, Old School Duels 12, everyone to call me, and I'm coming at you with a deck profile / deck discussion. I'm just gonna do some basic stuff. Talk about basic stuff of the deck, and it's a deck that I really love. It's Heroes. It's Heroes with the new support. I really love the Heroes. I love Heroes so much. So I'm gonna stop wasting time and jump right into it because I don't have a lot of time. Obviously, I'm playing 3 Shadow Mist because 3 Shadow Mist is amazing. It's the new search of the deck. It's basically take the place of Stratos, plus you can run 3 of it. Because before, obviously, Stratos was limited when we were able to play it. So we only could use 1. This is 3. Plus it searches up, when special summon, it searches out the Mash Change cards. Like Mash Change 1 and 2, and Form Change. So it's such a great card. I love it so much. I'm so happy it came out. I can't complain one bit about it. And also, it goes with so many other combo plays as well, because it's special. The only thing I have to complain is you only get one of the effect, either to get the change spell or search for the E hero. So if we got both, it would definitely be an overpowered card, and Heroes would just be too much to handle. At least Shadow Mist would be too much to handle, because then you have to be like, okay, well, which effect am I negating? Am I going to negate the change or the search? Oh well, I mean, like, who cares? So I'm kind of glad they put a little control on that, because, I mean, granted, I'm a hero player, so I would love for it to be at, both effects, but I can't get it, so oh well. So I'm happy with what it is. It's actually really great. It has a low attack, but you don't use it for its attack, use it for its searching ability. Plus, you do, because when it's sent to grave, you get to search the hero card. So when you use the change, or you pitch it, if you do it for a hand effect, say you have to do it for a cost, or your opponent makes you discard a card, and it just so happens to be Shadow Mist, you still do get the search, which is really good. So if you overlay with it, you get the search. Just so many different things you can do to get the search off. So that's it for Shadow Mist. We're moving on to the next card, which is Elemental Hero Bubble Man. Now, back in the day, I never ran Bubble Man because I never figured out how to combo with his effect to make it useful to get the special summon off. Because some days I just couldn't get the special summon. I needed the water to Miracle Fusion, but I couldn't. So now that I ran Bubble Man in the deck, I know how to use them, which is really great. I'm really happy. I'm glad I found out how to use them, which is beautiful. So Bubble Man, no complaints. In this, this is just a basic deck. This is my version of the deck, so it's pretty goddamn competitive. I run 2 Bubble Man in the deck. Next card we're going to talk about is Elemental Hero Neos Alias. This is the card. This is the level 4 beater for Heroes. It's such a great card. It's a light. Granted, you can make it become a Neos, which is something that a lot of people actually won't do because it's Neos Alias. We just want it for the beat stick. But when he's not, he's considered a normal monster. So it's on field engraved. So it's really nice. It's a nice card to have in the deck. Literally, there is one other hero card that people run in Heroes, which I don't run in this one. I used to run it in Masked Heroes, but I don't run it in Masked Heroes anymore. It was Blaze Man. It's the final support card that they got. There was Anki too, but we're not talking about Anki. We're talking about Blaze Man. Blaze Man is such a great card. It's a good card because you can win normal or special from the hand. It's either normal special from the hand or just normal or special in general. You do get the search off, which is amazing. I love it. I'm happy. You get search for a poly, plus it's a Prisma too, so you get the search for the poly, plus it's a Prisma. A Prisma. That is so beautiful. I love it so much. I cannot complain one bit. Next card we're going to talk about. Before I go to the next card, this is all, minusing Blaze Man, this is all Masked Heroes or Masked Hero players really play. They play Bubble Man, Shadow Mist, and Alias. That's about it for Heroes that people play. You can play Iceberg, or I think that's his name, Iceberg. It's a little 600 beat stick. When he can attack directly, and when he deals battle damage, when he deals battle damage, he can pop a spell trap, which is awesome. It's cool, amazing. You could run him in place of Bubble Man if you want to really get some popping effects off. But I still prefer Bubble Man over that guy because I don't really, like, I have other stuff to blow up back row. So, like I said, there's these three guys, and that's about it. Bubble Man, Alias, and Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist, the new guy. Or girl, I think. I don't know what it is. And the next card that people kind of play for the deck, now a lot of people say it's kind of dead. I don't find it dead, actually. Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk I still think is a great card for heroes. It helps get the special plays off, which is great. I love it so much. Can't complain one bit about Summoner Monk. Plus, you summon it, if you normal, it goes into defense, so it's a defense play. And obviously I play Hero Lives in the deck, so you could play Summoner Monk, and if you have Summoner Monk and you don't want to use the Hero Lives, you could easily just Summoner Monk, pitch Hero Lives. The last monster I run in the deck is Goblinberg. Goblinberg is really awesome. It's just another way to get the specials off because it's all about getting the mass change card. That's it for heroes, or for the monsters. Goblinberg, Summoner Monk, that's a total of 11 monsters. Not a lot. That's really low count for heroes, but it works. It works amazing, and I love it so much. I don't run 10 Goldfish. I don't run 10 Goldfish because I don't like it. Obviously, it's a hero deck. It's a mass hero deck, so I do run the mass change. The mass change is really nice. It's such a great... It's a beautiful... I love it so much. I cannot complain. Mass change is awesome. Next card I play is Miracle Fusion in this deck. Miracle Fusion, I play it at 3 because you only run 11 monsters, you use up your monsters, you go through your monsters pretty fast. So you have your Miracle Fusion to go for return plays to make your monsters float. Obviously, like I said earlier, I do play a Hero Lives. Hero Lives, you just pay half life points if you control the monsters. It basically turns heroes into Cyber Dragon, but it's from the deck. So it's really nice. I can't complain one bit. I used to never run it, but now I find them necessary. 3 Rhoda. I'm so glad Rhoda didn't get hit on the ban list. I mean, the ban list has been out for almost a month now. So, we've already discussed... People have already had their ban list discussions. If you haven't seen I had a prediction ban list, and it was comparing ARG to TCG. So, if you want to go ahead and check out ARG, it will... I can't put in the description. I mean, I can't really. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to make this this channel... function how I want it to function, but definitely check it out on my channel. It's still there. I'm not taking it down. It's gonna stay up forever. I play 3 Rhoda because 3 Rhoda is 3 Rhoda. You can search out any you can search out any monster except for Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk is the only one you're gonna have to draw out. And here's a card that I think is necessary. You need to draw power because search power. There's a lot of search power as it is, but it's just not enough search power. So you need that little boost to draw power. I prefer Pot of Duality over Upstart Goblin. Pot of Duality, yes, you won't get your special summons off, so if you draw into stuff you need, you can set up for defense plays with Pot of Duality. It is nice to draw into, if you have the stuff for defense plays, you can play for defense plays, draw into things, so next turn, you can just punch for it. Or you can Pot of Duality, draw on your mass change, summon your Shadow Mist, and just set mass change. So it's really, it's nice. It's better than I think. I prefer it over Upstart Goblin because I don't want to give him that extra 1,000. Yes, the deck can punch over 8,000. I have no problem doing it. Do I want to have to do that? No. So I prefer Duality over Upstart Goblin. I run 2 Mass Charge just so I can make my heroes float back in my hand as well as my change spell cards. And that's about it. I'm glad this card's out. The support's great. I play 2 Forbidden Lance. Lance is great because there's a lot of back row that it's nasty. I don't like back row. Back row is so annoying. So I play Forbidden Lance because Forbidden Lance helps the deck so much. It protects my cards, it protects Dark Law, and protects all my other extra deck guys. Then I run 1 Form Change. I would like to bump it up to 2, but it can be a dead draw. It can be a very dead draw. So that's why I only keep it at 1. If I wanted to bump it up to 2, I'd take out Duality, because if I run 2 Duality would be perfect. But I'm thinking... maybe one day I'll try it. Take out a Duality, bump up Form Change 2. So I'm running 2 Duality, 2 Form Change, 3 Mass Change. But Form Change is great. Mass Change 2 is great too. I used to run 2 Mass Change and 3, or 2 Mass Change 2 with 3 Mass Change 1. I wanted to try other things, so I got Form Change in there. It's beautiful. And then obviously I run the 1 Raigeki. Raigeki is Raigeki. I mean, there's a bad time to do it, there's a good time to do it. You just have to know. Raigeki, I would prefer say Raigeki when you could drop per game that turn. Alright, so we're moving on to the traps. That was it for spells, obviously. You didn't tell me picking them up. The trap lineup is pretty basic. I run 2 Mirror Force for the widespread destruction. Then, so, you know, you have that. Plus, I run 2 Dimensional Prison. Dimensional Prison's really, really nice. I mean, it's just another way to stop attacks, to banish. I mean, this deck does do a lot of banishing. There's a hair in my sleeve. So I just have a lot of attack stopping, as well as more attack stopping and effect negation. 2 Fiendish Chain. 2 Chain. Fiendish Chain is a nice card. It's beautiful. More attack stopping because almost every card is an effect monster. So I can stop 2 attacks. And then I play 1 Solemn Warning for the, I need that summon, I need that negation of the summons because summons are gross. And then I play 1 Crush Card Virus. I have a big issue with Crush Card Virus because Crush Card Virus is a good card, nonetheless, it is an amazing card. I just don't think it's all that great in the deck, honestly. Because, yeah, I can tribute the monster, I can tribute the Shadow Mist and get the search off. Blow up monsters with 1500 attack or more in hand or on field, so that takes care of my big issues to deal with. Then there's the bad part. Your opponent can destroy 3 monsters in the deck with 1500 attack or more. That's 3 whole monsters that they can just set up in the grave, so they can set up their grave faster. BAs, not so much, because there's not a lot of big monsters in the deck. Necros, horrible against. Cleaforts, that's only good for stuff that's going in the meta right now. The Cleaforts, they're in the meta. They're still powerful, especially with Wavering Eyes. So, yeah, I mean, that's about it, really. The meta, and then there's Shaddoll's. Shaddoll's and Satellar's, they're still in the meta, so they're pretty, that's pretty bad too, because they can set up grave and go off with all their floating effects. Shaddoll's floating effects, plus, well, it's destroyed, not sent, but, I want to say they still get their effect. So, Crush Card Virus is, in my eyes, a bad card to run and a good card to run. It's same thing as Raigeki. You have to choose when you want to do it. Really. So, I mean, that's it. That's it for discussing the main deck. I mean, there's not too much people will run different in the main deck. Since this is a deck discussion, not just a deck profile. So it's just all about what you want your deck to do. I make it all about getting Shadow Mist and going for Dark Law and all the masked heroes. That's why I run Form Change, and that's why the Mass Charge is really nice to have, so I can make Form Change float. Now, discussing the extra deck. The extra deck can be very versatile. Hero extra decks have always been very versatile. Just all sorts of different things to run. I run 2 Dark Law. If you're running Mass Change with heroes, you might as well run the Dark Law. Sorry about that, the camera started to fall. Mass Change, or Masked Hero Dark Law is pretty nice. It's a macrocosmos for your opponent. So it's really nice to just be like, oh, Dark Law, deal with it. Oh, you're searching? Deal with it. Then I run Acid. Like I said, this is my answer for back row. It's a Heavy Storm, so, blow it up. There's a combo I'm going to discuss when I get to the card. I run 1 Anki because Anki is nice. It's a big beat stick monster. You can deal damage directly. It's their own version of Cowboy, quote unquote Cowboy, because you can just punch for 1400 attack directly. Just half its attack, basically. Then I run Vapor because I run Form Change. I wanted to come up with to protect Dark Law. So Vapor is really nice to protect Dark Law with. Koga, I run Koga because I can make it. I can make him really big. Plus, I can deal a lot of damage with him and play into another card, which I will explain the combo in a second. Diane, I run Diane. I rarely summon Diane. Only way I can get Diane out with is Form Change, as well as this guy, Divine Wind. Divine Wind is amazing. I love Divine Wind. I wish I could. I used to run Reborn Tengu for Divine Wind and Mass Change 2. But it just became too much to worry about with Mass Change 2 and all the different attributes. So Form Change is just a lot simpler. Absolute Zero is amazing. I love Absolute Zero. And that's the combo. That's the first combo I was mentioning earlier. You could easily, best combo in the world. Miracle Fusion for Absolute Zero. Get Absolute Zero out and then Mass Change Absolute Zero. And this is a board wipe. Absolute Zero gets rid of monsters. Acids, you get a monster in the field, plus Acid blows up back row. The Shining, the other combo that I was talking about. Where is he at? Koga and Shining, they're a pretty decent combo as well. You can Koga effect a lot. Get rid of all 7 heroes. Give him plus 28. No, it's a 21 attack, and that's pretty solid. That's really solid. 47. And then I run Gaia because I have the Earth attribute in the deck, so I might as well run Gaia to run over big monsters. Contrast came out in the structure deck. It's really nice support. It does negate effects during either player's turn. So it's a nice add-on to the deck. And then I run 3 overlays. These overlays I think are the ones that I think is the last thing they needed. But this is the one thing that I think the deck had a hard time not dealing with, but the effects it needed to help. And the 3 that I run, I'm actually moving overlay because I'm gonna use the last, I think, like 3 or 4 minutes I have left to talk about these guys. Number 50, Black Ship of Corn. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc, and Gaga Cowboy. These 3 guys are the 3 overlays I think that are very necessary for the deck. Cowboy for game, because sometimes you just need that last little punch. So Cowboy, I mean, we have Anki, but Anki can do more damage, but Cowboy is just something I think is just it's there. You don't have to do an attack with Anki. You have to do an attack. Cowboy, you just summon successful. All right, effect successful. I win the game. So that's why Cowboy I think is necessary, because you can do 4s really easily in the deck. So Cowboy is necessary. Silent Honor Arc, it's to deal with the big special summon monsters you cannot get over or get rid of. This just takes it, makes it a material. Boom, it's off the field. And then Black Ship of Corn is the last card I think is needed last overlay I think is needed, because the little monsters that are gonna just keep recurring on the field and special summons, and if it's destroyed, it'll just do an effect and it comes back. So Black Ship of Corn sends, does not destroy. Just want to point that out. So it's definitely what the deck needed, and it's in my eyes the last thing it needed to deal with, because the little monsters can be just as annoying as the big monsters. So that's it for the deck discussion / deck profile. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I enjoy doing videos. Don't forget to check out the Facebook. The Facebook will be in the description below, as well as other stuff you should check out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Check out the video, or check out the deck, love the deck, play the deck, change the deck, do whatever you want with it. This is just what I think of the deck, what I think the heroes need and do, my variation of it, and my opinions on it, and everything else. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've said that 3 times now. Thank you, and you have a wonderful night, morning, day thing.